North Korea now, Steve. They've been quiet for a while, but this in the Times could propel them back to the top of the evil Hot 100.
Yeah, North Korea using genetic engineering in biological weapons program. Is this really what Kim Jong Un should be getting his top scientists doing, copying bioweapons? I bet he's got at least one team copying Ozempic. But the reclusive state has the capability to produce bacteria, viruses, toxins. It's anthrax, smallpox. That part of the article, yeah, scary, like sprays and pens and stuff. The important bit, though, is the UN's panel of experts issues a report on which countries are breaking sanctions and whatnot, but they won't be doing it soon because their mandate won't be renewed because Russia has blocked it at the UN, which, this is the important part of the story. This is China, Russia, Iran, North Korea. I'm calling them the CRINK nations. That's not catching on. I've done it three times on this. China, Russia, Iran, North Korea.
Nice. CRINK
nations.
Although you could call them NERC and make the Korea, silent.
And also, that's the Democratic Republic. You know, you could have put all those in. I'll work on that later.
Yeah.
But this needs bringing up all the time because they are ganging up. Russia's using North Korean weapons. And because of this now, there's not going to be the restriction on North Korea making some of these biological weapons.
It is interesting, isn't it? One of the major factors of one of the major symptoms of the Cold War was the use of proxy nations and so on, the way that you could never exactly point your finger at Russia and go, you've done that. This seems to be building again now. Proxy operations, Iran, obviously, in Gaza and Lebanon and so on.
Yeah, and there is a sort of axis of evil as well. I mean, China, Russia, Iran, North Korea.
Well, they certainly say, some people say it's the not bipolar, multipolar world, right? We've come to the end of America as the top superpower. Yeah. They had 30 years after the end of the Soviet Union, but we're moving back into another multipolar state. And it's incumbent upon us to understand the motive, not merely, demonize, but to try and get inside the minds of these people and see exactly how they see it from their point of view, because, they don't feel that necessarily America has the automatic moral supremacy. What do you think?
Well, America still has the economic power, and it will. Yeah. It will continue. Like, China is actually going to tail off. They're facing a demographic cliff because of the one-child policy, and people just aren't having kids there now. And also, any sort of autocracy just calcifies a country's economy eventually. Yeah. But the real problem is, in the West, we're moving towards that sort of autocratic system, as we've seen in Brussels today. So, previously we thought that as China and countries like that, as they got rich, the people in a burgeoning middle class would demand democracy. In fact, it's going the other way. We're becoming more like China.
That's right. And I think the technology is what's driving that. But anyway...